Hey everybody, Al Puglisi from the workshop over at Howard's. We've talked about it before in some of the prior videos, but this is a good opportunity to visit Pastel weathering again on a particular structure. So I'm going to show you how Howard does it, and I'm learning as well watching this. So let's see what's going on. Howard, how you doing?
Oh, having a ball, playing choo-choo. Big choo-choo.
Now, we're going to do a final video on this building today, folks.
What we're doing is I'm using pan pastels with a brush. I'm not using the applicator.
And,
you know the applicator works fine.
Right.
With pastel work, or any kind of work like this, subtlety is the most important thing. You don't want to overkill it.
Right.
So this would be a tin roof with the stiffeners. So I'm putting, the dirt would gather up around the stiffeners.
Okay.
On both sides. So you can see here, and what we're doing here, which looks quite a bit different.
Right.
Now everybody has their own way of doing this. So bear in mind, my way is not in concrete. You might want to do your own.
Right.
You'd have dirt along in here. This building is called Otis Lifts.
Mm-hmm.
Now the Otis elevator company originally was called Otis Lifts. I don't know when they brought the term elevator in, probably the late part of the 19th century. So this building here, you want to show the front of the house?
We will in the next video.
Okay, this is the.
We're going to concentrate on the pastels. You're using some common sense here, Howard. That.
Wait, whoa! As you fucking. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. Keep
As
going.
you were. I'm not known for common sense.
All right. Well, it's logic.
That's an insult.
Logic.
Logic.
You're using logic. So where you would find built-up dirt, or you would.
Right. Exactly.
You know, and you're looking at a roof, and the edges are going to be where most of the dirt, built-up soot is, and that's where you're putting the pastel.
Yeah, got to remember, what I don't know about this will fill volumes. I just do what I feel looks good. That's what's in my heart.
Now, I'm going to pause it and do an aerial view. Hold on. Let me just go ahead and get an aerial view, folks.
It's important to get my ponytail.
You know you're working good when you're blunt, when you're working with your friends. And we don't have a problem here with being blunt.
Well, you're not a friend. You're family.
So if we screw something up, we hear about it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know. Now, you see the graining in here?
Yeah, let me come down. Yeah.
I don't even catch that. That's done with a wire brush after we put the India ink and alcohol weathering on. Now, what that does is add grain to the wood, and it's quite effective actually. Not so much, and you can't really see it from the camera.
It's hard to tell, folks, but you can see the texture.
Yeah.
When you take that wire brush and you just and another thing, folks, I weathered the back of this building, and I kind of overdid it. And Howard was able to take that wire brush and kind of work a lot of that over.
After you did 50 push-ups.
After I did 50 push-ups, yeah.
Messing up.
So, if you overdo it, there is hope. And that wire brush working back and forth on the areas that were too dark fixed.
Again, there is nothing you can screw up. And if you do screw up, it's easy to unscrew it.
Yep.
So, even if it's not easy, it's still unscrewable.
Right. Howard, talk about again. You're putting the black in the clapboard, the areas.
Well, this is where the dirt would accumulate.
Right, in the clapboard.
Yeah. Okay, let's skip over to here. And let's go to this is a big one. I got to be careful here, so I got to get the brush in between the support wires.
And you're just using pan pastel.
Yes. Black in this case. Now, years ago, I used to take charcoal and just ground it up out of pastel sticks. I used to use Grumbacher, and it looked all right, but it was a pain in the ass grounding it up.
Right.
Here, you got a glue stain there, so we'll fix that up.
Yeah, let's show.
Now in the corner, you get some glue and some dirt.
Let me show folks that glue stain. We can hide that glue stain.
We'll hide it, yeah. No guarantee, but let's try it.
I find pastel works better than chalk because it sticks better.
Oh yeah. Now this over here could be taken off now, but in about 2 weeks, the pan pastels will stick pretty well. Even it sticks to brass. I do my brass locomotives, and all my cars are done with this technique.
And in later episodes, folks, I'm gonna bring some coal cars over from my layout that are already weathered, but I want to pastel weather them further with Howard because I like heavily weathered cars. And we'll make a separate video of that.
Okay, we'll run down here now. Go this way.
Oh yeah. And these are pan pastels. You can buy them at
Online.
Online.
Actually, I get mine from Amazon.
Amazon, Tommy Gilbert, whatever. And these are pan. The brand is Pan Pastels.
Pan Pastels.
Pan Pastels.
It comes with an applicator too over here.
Yeah.
And what's the spirit?
And then you can also use a lot of small, stiff, little brushes.
Which I'm doing now.
Right.
The applicator puts it on too heavy. For a wide area, you want to use the foam rubber applicator.
Okay.
But this is not exactly a wide area.
And later on the channel, this is Otis Lifts. We did a part 1 where we started it.
Oh, yeah.
Part 2 was showing you the finished building unweathered.
Don't forget to get my ponytail.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. No problem. There it is.
I'm finally becoming a beatnik.
It's not weathered.
Having a ball at 8 years in the Army, I can finally grow a ponytail.
Mm. Anyway, the final episode on this will be part 3 on the Otis Lifts. You'll see what the building looks like when it's completely weathered. And you can see the before weathering and the after weathering on the channel.
I want to get into here, see where the boards have been come apart.
Yeah.
Or you can put a board like this. Go like this here. Got to work around these wires. There you go. I don't know what this is going to look like.
Well, I like it. I mean, you can see the unweathered roof versus the weathered roof. What's the best way to get this off, Howard, if you use too much? Is there a way, or?
Probably water. But then again, you got to be careful. You might warp the wood.
Right.
But then even if you warp it, it's going to come back to its original shape. Usually. No guarantee. There you go. That's how that would look, actually.
Oh yeah, really nice.
Again, use common sense and logic and try to do your best camera in the world to do this stuff are your eyes. When you travel, you look at things, be observant and see how things look in reality. And we'll come back to you when you start doing this.
Well, Howard, thank you. And later on, we will have the final video on this building, so stay tuned, folks. Thanks, Howard.
You're quite welcome. Take a look at that.